Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Friday Briefing. A very warm welcome to the show. It's going to be 1.5 hours of pure news coverage. And of course, we have our unrivaled segments of Guest Anchor and Willis the Word Master. So tonight, we're still focusing on the ODM primaries that are continuing. And of course, we will be speaking to our team on the ground. We have our Chris Thairu in Narok. And we also have our Duncan Khaemba. There you go. He is in Kakamega and will be joining us in a short while to tell us what really is expected come tomorrow as the ODM primaries continue in Narok and Kakamega. All right, so of course, like I mentioned, we have our unrivaled segments right here on Friday Briefing tonight. Happy Easter, by the way. I hope you're having and enjoying your holiday. Let me bring in my guest anchor, Mama.
Hey.
Okay, say hi. Hi.
Hey, hi.
How are you? Say hi to our viewers.
Hi. Hi.
This is a camera here.
Camera.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My name is Tisha Wajiko, and today we are going to have a lesson talking about how to be Betty Sharo.
Wow. First of all, is it lesson or lesson?
It's lesson.
Lesson. All right. So we have Teacher Wanjiku, comedian, here in studio. No, don't go. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. She's our guest anchor tonight. And so, of course, we'll be getting to hear from her. Where has she been and the new project she's working on. So you'll be teaching us what exactly again?
How to be Betty Sharo. Is it Sharo or Kiaro?
Sharo. It's not anything.
Okay. Here.
All right. So apart from that, we also have Elani here in studio, and they will be, of course, joining me on set. They have a special Easter performance this weekend, and they'll be telling us a lot about that. So it's a packed show, as you can see. We also have Willis the Word Master is going to be telling us if we say Sharo or what.
Yes, Sharo or Kiaro or whatever.
All right, have a seat. Thank you so much for joining us. Friday Briefing begins now with the highlights.
Just keep quiet, let me finish.
Chair, we cannot keep quiet when you are speaking.
Busia Governor Sospeter Ojamong's win in ODM nominations reversed over alleged irregularities.
Wale viongozi ambao wanafanya ukarabati yote ili wabaki as the sole candidates, their time is up. I am in the race for the Ruaraka seat.
Maverick Senator Elizabeth Ongoro dumps ODM for ANC after being barred from vying in Ruaraka. Christians mark Good Friday to remember the crucifixion of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago.
Wakati mimi nilisikia amechaguliwa, nilifurahi sana.
Kenyan woman Lucy Gishuhi becomes a senator in Australia after a winner was declared ineligible. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Let's get this started. Our sign language interpreter is William Siller. Now, Busia Governor Sospeter Ojamong's win in Thursday's ODM gubernatorial race has been nullified by their party's National Elections Board. Well, this was due to what was called massive irregularities that led to street protests in Busia town by his opponent, Dr. Paulo Thomas supporters. And as our reporter Timothy Otenor reports, Ojamong has already received his nomination letter and that he is yet to receive any notification of a nullification.
National Elections Board.
It has been the Orange Party's biggest political nightmare, that of undertaking peaceful and credible party primaries. And a nightmare that once again came to haunt the decade-old party Thursday evening as allegations of electoral malpractice surrounding the gubernatorial race in Busia County emerged.
How can you tell me two constituencies can produce 60,000 votes? Is that the impression he's trying to create for us? And then they are saying, at the announce and then go to court and go to tribunal. You announce nonsense for what? because we subjected ourselves to the election, and the will of the people of Busia must be respected.
Leaders, you cannot issue, honestly speaking.
The bone of contention apparently surrounding provisional results coming from 7 out of the 9 constituencies within the county that initially had indicated Otuoma to be in the lead. By dawn, however, Ojamong had made an impressive comeback, one that to many was questionable.
Chairman, don't mislead us. Chairman, please, with the due respect, don't mislead us.
Otuoma and his supporters took to the streets, rejecting these results that saw him trail incumbent Governor Sospita Ojamong by nearly 30,000 votes.
Registered voters ya Teso South ni ngapi? Si tulifanya usajili juzi. Imepita kura 50,000? Si iko chini ya kura 50,000? Karibu 45 to 50. Sasa Ojamong ukichukua kura yake ni 44,000. Tunaelewana hiyo? Sasa kura ya 44,000 ile Ojamong amepata. Ukiweka ile wamepatia mimi kura 3,000. Hiyo inakuja kura 1000 ngapi? 47. Total registered voters ya Teso South ni wangapi? 38,000.
Okay, tuko na rights yetu. You can't treat us like quacks.
You're going to intimidate.
Yeah, Bana, we have a...
The resulting melee attracting the attention of the party's National Elections Board in Nairobi, who have since nullified the results of the gubernatorial race, insisting such anomalies could cause discordance among members in the county.
For the National Election Board to hurry might be to nullify, unless they have a sinister motive. We trusted these guys, they were well trained. They tried according to their ability, at least to carry out an election, though not to the satisfaction of everybody.
The Busia gubernatorial primaries will be repeated on the 25th of April, but the Orange Party's handling of upcoming nominations could prove a great headache for the party, which may have to come up with adequate mechanisms of dealing with such scenarios for a political contest proving to become ever so competitive by the day. The other elections for members of parliament, senators and wards would remain as is. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
ODM 148 votes. Hakul Assembly lost their seats, among them the Sangalo West MCA Protas Mohammed, who lost to newcomer Titus Kilong by garnering 1,235 votes against the winners' 1,493 votes. Robert Wanyonyi, KTN News.
Embattled-nominated Senator Elizabeth Ongoro has ditched ODM and joined Amani National Congress Party of Musalia Mudavadi. Ongoro cited mistreatment and unfairness in ODM as reasons for her defection. But even as ANC Secretary General Geoffrey Osotsi gave Ongoro life membership certificate and a direct nomination for the Ruaraka Member of Parliament seat, another ANC aspirant for Ruaraka, Maurice Otieno, cried foul and accused the party of attempting to shortchange him.
Energized supporters of Elizabeth Ongoro occupied ANC head office grounds. For 2 hours, they sang and danced as they waited for embattled Ongoro. At 1 p.m., Ongoro arrived and was received by ANC Secretary General Geoffrey Osotsi. On Thursday, ODM Disciplinary Committee directed Ongoro to pay 1 million shillings fine as it barred her from contesting in Ruaraka constituency.
Candidate wetu sole candidate wa ANC katika kiti cha Ruaraka Member of Parliament.
Nimetoka kwa nyumba ya ODM nikaingia kwa nyumba ya Amani tukiwa bado ndani ya boma yetu ambayo inaitwa NASA. Na ni kwa sababu ya yale ambayo nilihisi ya kwamba ilikuwa unfairness, mistreatment.
Ongoro is on the list of ODM aspirants gazetted Thursday by IEBC. She has now defected to a sister party within the National Super Alliance, NASA.
The issue of her gazettement, notwithstanding, she's a member of ANC within the required timelines. So she's eligible to vie for the Ruaraka parliamentary seat.
But even as she found a new home in ANC, her move appears to have angered some members of ANC. Maurice Otieno says he's in the Ruaraka race under the ANC ticket. Otieno is now crying foul.
I'm fully paid up with an official registration member of ANC. These are all documents I can bring before you. But if my so-called competitor now coming up is a member of ANC, and yesterday she was in ODM, what does that tell you, my brother? You can read between the lines what's happening here. Where is justice?
Yes, Mr. Otieno had paid, but he should be ready for competition, and he should also be ready for party processes to take its course. In a situation where we have more than one candidate in a particular seat, there are various ways of handling it. One is nomination. Two is consensus. We will be looking at all those options available to us. But certainly as a party, strategically, we would go for a candidate who is going to deliver the seat.
If that is his proposal, let him forward it to the Ruaraka people and tell them, I'm coming as the Secretary General of ANC, that we have now poached a candidate from another party who has been rejected, and this is the candidate we want to be our representative.
If there is anybody who is in the race, I am more than willing to face them in a nomination.
Ongoro has now vowed not to pay the 1 million shillings fine or apologize to ODM for storming Orange House.
Everybody who was involved in that process was highly compromised, not truthful to themselves, not truthful to the party, did not care about the repercussions.
Ongoro was also given a life membership certificate dated Friday last week as she samples the warmth of the new home.
Now she's being received and even receiving a life membership certificate, yet some of us are registered way back, and getting those certificates was a struggle. Hers came instantly. So what could be happening behind the scenes? That is what my members are concerned with.
Patrick Amimo. KTN News.
All right, now still in politics, and as ODM strategizes on how they will deal with the issues surrounding the Busia primaries, the wheel is still rolling. Let's now link up with our senior political reporters Duncan Khaemba and Chris Thairu to tell us more about the next phase of this process that will continue in Kakamega and Narok counties. Let me start with Duncan. And of course, thank you very much for joining us. And the irregularities that flawed the Busia primaries, has ODM's National Elections Board learnt a few lessons that will ensure the next contest will actually be free and fair and of no question marks?
Yes, Betty, I think ODM party has learned lessons if what transpired today in Busia County is anything to go by. Remember that in 2013, there were similar instances, but we never saw the cancellation of results. And of course, that didn't go down well with the party. It had serious ramifications because many party members ditched ODM. Then when they switched to other parties, they actually got elected and some re-elected to parliament. So I think that could be the reason why ODM, having learned that reason, one, they decided that they will stagger this nomination exercise, and where issues arise or where there are complaints, perhaps they nullify. A classic example, what happened in Busia. But let me not talk on behalf of the party because I'm not an official. If we have an official, we have the Secretary General for the County of Kakamega, Mheshimiwa Andrew Toboso. Is it that the party has learned a bitter exercise, a lesson from 2013, what we've seen, the cancellation of results today in Busia?
Yeah, thank you very much, Duncan Khaemba. Obviously, yes, this is a big lesson from what we learned in the past. And I think right from the beginning of this exercise, the party leader and party organs have been very clear that this time around, we don't want to get it wrong when we're doing our party primaries. It's precisely the reason why we are the first party to carry out primaries, and we have staggered it in such a way that whenever there are any issues, conflicts, or otherwise disagreements like what we have witnessed in Busia, there is adequate time within our party conflict resolution mechanisms to address that particular challenge.
Talking about what we've witnessed in Busia today, not what anybody expected, given that that was the first nomination exercise for the party. Kakamega is tomorrow, and you are a party official in this particular region. Is everything set? Because in Busia we had issues from the word go, right, and definitely it reflected at when they were closing, when curtains were coming down. What is the state of preparedness in Kakamega County?
Well, first of all, let us look at the differences between the two counties. Busia County, highly volatile, very high competition between the incumbent, that is Sospito Jamong, the governor, and of course Honorable Paul Otuoma. The campaigns have been very high octane in Busia, and that has trickled down to the kind of very fever high kind of campaigns that we saw. Fortunately, that is not the case in Kakamega, because remember, in Kakamega, our governor, His Excellency Wycliffe Oparanya, he's actually going unopposed, and therefore the kind of stakes at the gubernatorial level in Kakamega is not there, and it only comes down now to the lower levels of members of parliament, members of county assembly, the women rep, and the senator.
So in terms of preparedness, everything is good, briefly?
In a way, because our governor is not in the race. He's actually been in much control of this particular exercise, of getting prepared for this exercise. We've had a series of meetings, the last one being last week when all the aspirants were convened in Kakamega to agree on modalities, to agree on the polling points for this exercise. There's been a very high level of peace and tranquility in the whole county, and expect as we go to the nominations tomorrow, the same will be reflected in how the outcome will be.
Mm-hmm. Materials have been deployed, everything. What time do they leave to various polling stations in a sentence?
According to what we have agreed as a county, by 6 o'clock in the morning, we start our voting in Kakamega County. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, Betty, that's Kakamega County ODM Secretary General Mheshimiwa Andrew Tobos, of course, saying they've learned a bitter lesson. They've seen what happened today in Busia, Kakamega. They are saying things will be a bit different, saying that the stakes are not that necessarily high as what we had been witnessing to the build-up to yesterday's exercise in Busia, which, of course, we finally saw the outcome of what that was all about. From Kakamega, we in Butere constituency, one of the 12 constituencies in Kakamega County. So tomorrow we'll be trying our luck to crisscross the county in all 12 constituencies to give you blow-by-blow account on what will be transpiring in the course of the day, and then finally in the evening we'll be able to converge and see how the cookie will finally crumble. From Kakamega, this is Duncan Khaemba. Over to you, Betty.
Wow, interesting choice of words, Duncan, there, how the cookie will crumble. Hopefully it won't crumble. All right, but that's Duncan Khaemba joining us from Kakamega. Let's now bring in Chris Thairu, joining me from Narok County. Chris, thank you very much for joining us. Now, things seem to be smooth sailing back in Kakamega. Is that the same on the ground where you are?
Well, Betty, a very good evening to you. And as you clarified, we are coming to you live from County 033, that is Narok County. And we are currently in Narok North constituency. And of course, tomorrow is yet a big day for ODM party as they hold their party primaries here in Narok town. Of course, some of the several elective positions that different aspirants will be trying to fly the ODM party ticket come the the 8th of August. And the race has narrowed down to specific elective positions. And first is the senatorial seat in Narok County. And of course, in that seat, we have two aspirants, that's Ledama Olekina and Tom Maitai, who are trying to fly the ODM party ticket. And when we go to the women rep position in Narok County, we have three aspirants. That is Rebecca Tongei, who is the widow to the slain police officer who was the bodyguard to the late former Internal Security Minister, Professor George Saitoti. And of course, we have Esther Marima and Pauline. The three ladies will be trying to ballot it out for the ODM party ticket and face the Jubilee candidate, who is the current women rep for Narok County, Soipan Oletuya. And of course, I'm joined by Tom Maita. And it's good to clarify that a few minutes before going live, we had Tom Maita and Ledama Olekina, but Ledama Olekina during our 7 o'clock bulletin with my colleague Cecilia Wakesho claimed that ODM party had already handed him a direct nomination and that he will not be facing any opposition. But surprisingly, he had to walk out of our set, and we were left with Tom Maita, who will be facing him come tomorrow. Well, let's start from what Ledama Olekina has just done a few minutes away. Just walking out of the set. What's your reaction to that ahead of tomorrow's nominations?
Thank you, Thairo. It's surprising because I was watching 7 o'clock news, and he had claimed that he's not running for tomorrow's nominations. When I saw that, it was surprising, and then I was looking at whatever that he was doing the whole day. Thairo, I would say, this guy has just been using manipulative, all kind of trying to, go through and the kind of politics. But this time around, when we came here, he knew now that the truth is coming, because I'm here and what he has claimed is just but pure lies. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Thairo.
So you're ready to face him tomorrow?
Not just ready, my people are ready, because not my readiness, but the readiness of my people, because this one will be done by the people, because people are the one who are going to elect us. So I want to say my people are ready. When they heard this, when they watched through the 7 o'clock news, they were so furious, and I think now they will get there with big numbers, and we'll show him a lot of dust.
Of course, this has been one of the competitive positions. Your assurance that you'll keep peace within your supporters, maybe it's important to assure the Kenyans, of course.
Yeah, Thairo, I'm a peaceful Kenyan, and Narok and the Maasai community, they are peaceful people. Peaceful, and also, when you go to some extent, maybe they might not be, but definitely as far as I'm concerned, this one will be so peaceful, because we are facing the people, and the people are going to give us, and they are doing out of their will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, and wish you all the best. Come tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, Betty, you heard it. That's Tom Maita, who is aspiring to fly the ODM party ticket and seeking for the senatorship position of Narok County. And of course, for the governorship, we know that Tiampati Ole Musuni was handed over a direct nomination, and he will not be facing any opposition, and he's ready to face the incumbent, that is Samuel Tunai, on a Jubilee party ticket, and of course Patrick Ntutu, who is the current Narok West Member of Parliament, on a Chama Cha Mashinani party ticket. And we assure our viewers that we'll be bringing you details of and of course what will be transpiring from 6 in the morning, as we expect the more than 250,000 registered voters in Narok County to decide who will actually be flying the ODM party ticket come tomorrow, Betty.
Thank you very much, Chris Thairu, for that information and, of course, for the discussion there. Like you mentioned, tomorrow KTN News will be having wall-to-wall coverage of the ODM primaries taking place in Kakamega and in Narok. As you've seen, we have our teams on the ground, and they're very ready to do that for you tomorrow. All right. right, and Kenyan Christians today joined the rest of the world in commemorating Good Friday. Some faithfuls carried the cross to symbolize the pain Jesus Christ underwent during the Good Friday. At the Holy Family Basilica, Catholic faithful held a procession through the city streets in what is now known as the Way of the Cross to remember this day when Jesus was crucified over 2,000 years ago. Messages of peace and love were preached at various places of worship.
Na kulijenga hekalu kwa siku 3 peke yake.
Siandike mfalme wa Wayahudi hata ingawa alisema kuwa yeye ni mfalme wa Wayahudi.
That's our big question tonight. We'd like to hear what you have to say. Quite a number of tweets coming through. Let me just sample maybe one or two messages here. Kevin Owor-Ouma, you say no. They have to get their systems right before carrying out nominations. They are pathetic. Wow. Interesting comments there. Please keep them coming. And Mohafanki Wawajiri, you said this is a beacon of democracy. At least Kenyans orderly to select their candidates in various parties. Hinzano Karisa, you say politics is a dirty game, so expect more of these. And if you think you can do better, just defect. Be in the real fire. Interesting comments coming through tonight, and we'll take a break right now. But as like I mentioned, we have quite a show coming up, and we have our guest anchor tonight, Teacher Wanjiku. She's called me Sharo. I don't know what that means, but she is forgiven because she is Mwalimu. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
we'll be taking a break. Remember, also we have Elani in the house. They'll be joining me on set in a couple of minutes. So we'll take that break. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these short messages.